Now, what I find beautiful and interesting about this place, other than, of course, this, and the plethora, the magnanimous amounts of quartz that one finds in this creek here, just on the edge of the, they call it millions-year-old crater, but it is a giant 12-mile crater. Anyhow, we're right on the edge of that. Now, see that, is, how you can explain, see the rock. But what I find beautiful out here, bearing in mind, we are in the middle of heavy native territory, right? Mobilla with mounds from here to there, 12 miles that way. Corn Creek feeding into the Coosa River. Before it was dammed up, it would have been even a little lower than this most of the dry season. As you see, that's the island of quartz. I'll put that video below maybe. Oh, there's a lot of those videos, who are we kidding? But what made me turn on the camera for a second today is what also is intriguing is this terrain. Recently untouched by man. And the way it breaks off evenly. It's all clay. And the top, it's like they accentuated. I don't know if the light and the shadow play here, but as you can see on the shadow there, you see the hills, they just go, and then there's earth, Now, I am by no means the mound expert, certainly not in such a dramatic terrain as this, that I've already evidenced there was native work, things they were doing with the quartz that was only available here in the impact crater that you don't see done, a lot of other places. That I also find this intriguing. Right here in the area where our known mounds are at Fort Toulouse, Coosa River there, Attahachie. But this would have been Coosa's territory, where the DeSoto expedition would have crossed between here and there into the territory of Chief Tuscaloosa. These banks over here. It's just such a sacred, beautiful place. Palm flowers starting. And then this pattern repeats all up Corn Creek, all the way over to 231, and all of the churches and prisons that are on top of those mounds. All right, bud, you ready to go chase butterflies, get wet? Let's go find the waterman. Come on, let's race. So, as we climb up the creek, it's just the plethora, magnanimous amount of, I'm running out of sunlight there, naturally occurring stone, so beautifully accentuated, right? And then these quartz hunks, and they're very raw yet harvested form, right? Speaking of bird, now one can use the word pareidolia, saying that might have been a bird. But what that word does not apply to is the magnanimous plethora amount. So you take something like this and go, boy, that's weird. What is that? You know, let me flip it over. Let me feel around and go, oh, look, there's a hole there. Oh, look, there's a hole there stuffed in, you know? That would have hung nicely. And this smooth edge. What you got, Jake? Anything of interest? And then that bird singing to us, not the rock. What I want to accentuate here, if I get some light, it's just the smoothed off nature of this obviously beautiful stone. Now, the thing about this place is it's every rock, and if it's not every rock, then that rock is either on its way to being or is already here taking shape. They've even started to round off this piece of quartz. I wonder if all the colors in this thing will show, the layers. Again, naturally occurring. You know, if you've ever cut stone, the number one rule is you look for the ones that are ugly on the outside, because on the inside, you're gonna have that. And obviously, modern saws weren't the first tool that let us understand that. You know, it's not like I'm staging anything here. Just saying, I don't know how else to express to you. It's every rock. You know, this is a very, very special place. You get everything cleaned off a bit. And with documented heavy native presence through here on this beautiful primary spring, and then these clay cliffs begin. Now, I've climbed down those with a rope, and what you can find is, again, these little effigy or semi-effigial pieces, and you can find quartz just in abundance, you know, and it's sitting on top of these big clay, you know, I mean, that's like so thick, overgrowth and everything. I don't know the word for it, right? Within the clay deposits on the top. Anyhow, you can tie a rope right up there and swing your ass and hang about midway and find some of the coolest quartz pieces you've ever want to see. You can see a pile of them falling out over there. Okay, I gotta put the phone down because, as you see, it's time to get wet. Come on, dude. I'm done showing off the place. Let's go. He said, no fucking problem, man. See, it's the sand. The sand is the trouble. Considering I don't have a pickup truck, the sand, as he nose dives into it, is one of his favorite features, other than chasing the butterflies. I hope you enjoyed your look and your listen to Corn Creek here at the Coosa River. We're gone. Okay, man, I came over here to put the phone down. And of course, right where I was gonna put the phone down, there's a beautiful, shiny piece of quartz. And then right next to that is, you know, what catches your eye. You see the natural lines in the stone, right? And you pick it up and you go, oh, what is that? I mean, oh, what is, oh, they were clean, oh, okay. You know, it's, this is a beautiful place. It's a beautiful place. Quartz shards. I mean, that's quartz. Call it like shot quartz. You know, that's one word I use. Don't know if it's totally correct, but quartz. And then this little interesting sucker. You know, and on and on. Sheet of quartz. All right, dude, I'm coming. I do want to think about taking this one home with me. We'll leave it here with the phone. It's just a beautiful rock. Reminds me of the first rock I ever collected as a kid. It was from the Atlantic Ocean in Maine. All right, man, let's do it. Okay, back to the phone. Jacob and I have been there, and Jacob is up there. Sorry if I focused. All right, so one of the things, or two of the things you notice once you start going up the creek here, outside of, you know, the just natural beauty of some of these pieces, right? Such as these, but also, you know, look at the quartz. Can you see that? Shaped up. This is a really good piece of quartz here. There's the Jacob. Don't take the quartz. My quartz. Right. Onward with, you know, shaped. I don't know. Shaped maybe, you know, but, you know, it's outside of those things, right? The rocks in this area, they have a tendency, look man, to exhibit themselves in shapes. You see that? Now hang on. We've got that, you know, reminiscent of what we might call triangular. That's quartz, just needs to be cleaned. You know, the rocks just exhibit themselves in shapes, honestly. So, better probably sit like that, yeah. Like an orange wedge with a base. Okay. This one's gorgeous too. Yeah. All right, man. We're losing this extra supposed hour of daylight we just received. And we'll leave our shapes for next time. Right where we found them. That one's just really cool, isn't it? Yeah, you want that one, don't you? Go ahead. I'm done with show and tell. Okay, your pick, man. Thanks a lot, guys. We're gonna climb ourselves out of here. Corn Creek, flowing into the Coosa River here at Wetumpka, Alabama. It's beautiful is what it is. Jacob, we've got another visitor. Watch out, slippery man. Ah, shit! Very slippery and sharp. Okay, if that didn't spook him, he's definitely here to hang out. Oh, we might see the wingspan. He's still there. All right, dude, it gets steep. If you're coming with. Good thing the phone's in the fucking hand. All right, come on, mate. He's still there. Yeah, that was definitely not deep. And neither is that. Beautiful. All right, it's deep, leading up to the falls, man. You got it. Paddle. All right, now that's gonna kind of be like a water slide, bro. Are you ready for that? All right, come on. Slippery as shit, just like a water slide. You got it. Shoot the gap. Shoot the gap. All right, you can take the rock. There he goes. Jacob and I, water sliding, getting cut up and cutting up here at Corn Creek. I didn't do the alliteration that time. Corn Creek, Coosa River, CCC. That's 333 too, Jacob.